Hi everyone, this is Irfan. You might already know me. Otherwise, this is a brief introduction followed by the course introduction. I'm the founder of 𝐂𝐨𝐬𝐭𝐞𝐬. You might have seen many videos and tutorials online. I have been teaching cybersecurity since last 10 years and I'm an active mentor on YouTube. I teach cybersecurity at EH Academy. Apart from this, I have written many articles and tutorials for InfoSec Institute, and I also write cybersecurity on Huffington Post. I have done many things and I'm still doing it. Let's Google. So this is the OSINT. Anyway, I have decided to create this OSINT training program, and I also decided to make this training program available to everyone for free. In this program, you will learn a lot of things, including the aircraft OSINT, phone number, people, company search, image OSINT, document OSINT, and a lot of other topics as well. OSINT or open source intelligence is one of my favorite subjects. We will discuss the concept and evolution of OSINT and the application of OSINT as well. OSINT is amazing. Not only government uses it, but the private investigators, law enforcement agencies, and the marketers also use it. Some people are doing OSINT, but they might don't know this defined terms of their act. OSINT, if I just simply define, it's refers to all the information that is publicly available, plain and simple, nothing fancy term or what to define it. But the the United States Department of Defense defines OSINT or open source intelligence is an intelligence that is produced from publicly available information, and it is collected, exploited, and disseminated in a timely manner to an appropriate audience for the purpose of addressing a specific intelligence requirement. Well, I personally don't know when in the history this term OSINT proposed and who proposed it, but we do know that OSINT was there even before its term or proper techniques were defined. People use it. People used to use it. People still uses it. It's like a common human act of instinct. In modern terms, the OSINT was introduced during the World War II as an intelligence tool when the United States established the Foreign Broadcast Information Service, or FBIS, to monitor publicly available information that related to supporting its troop operation at that time. So now let's move further and then let's see what we have. Oh, right, perfect. So we need to discuss the difference between the data, information, and the knowledge, and why it is very important when we talk about the OSINT. So let's just quickly recap it, because this is the thing that I think if you have studied computer science, you might have already understood this concept, or maybe if you are used to doing the electronic or electrical communication, then obviously this is the term that we usually teach in college, the people usually teach in college. Anyway, so based on the definition uh, of data from the tech differences, data is raw, unanalyzed, unorganized, unrelated, uninterpreted material which is used to derive information after analysis. Okay, so essentially data is plain facts, observations, statistics, characters, symbols, numbers, images, and more that are collected and can be used for analysis. So, data left alone is not very informative, and in that sense, it is relatively meaningless, but it gains purpose and direction after it is interpreted to derive significance. On the other hand, the information is a set of data that has already been processed, analyzed, and structured in a meaningful way to become useful. Once data is analyzed or processed and gains relevance, it becomes information that is fully reliable, certain, and useful. Now, let's take this example. What are these? Just numbers? Do they make any sense? No, they are just the data, raw and unorganized. We need the right tool and the techniques to process it. By just looking at this, I can say that this is the hex numbers. Let's process it. So on Google, just search hex to text because I know that this is the hex numbers and I want to convert it into text. So let's just process it. So there you can see I just provide the input. I need to convert it hex to numbers. All right, so we are talking about OSINT. Now it makes sense. We have processed the data and converted it into the information that we, being a human being, can easily read or understand. Now this is what I was talking about. The data, it need to convert, or it need to process or analyze, and that convert into the information. And once you use the right tool and a technique, then the data can be converted into an information which is valuable, which carries the information or some significance value. Anyway, so based on my experience, I decided that this is hex number. Someone can also give this answer by just using their intuition. This is knowledge. When you experience the information, you gather knowledge. So the knowledge is a combination of information, experience, and the intuition. All right, now let's move further. If I just, before going further, if I just summarize that, for example, this is data, all right, and then you send into the process or some formula, some technique or anything, or maybe just tool, and then it gets, and after an analysis you get the information, and when you add your intuition, knowledge, and these things, intuition and experience, then you get the knowledge. Plain and simple, nothing fancy. All right, so we have types and categories. So, the very first term is the open versus closed source intelligence. As I said, that the open source intelligence is analyzing all the data available, publicly available or openly available, while the on the other hand, the closed source intelligence is basically the closed sources of information are those with restricted access. For example, police crime recording systems, financial intelligence. So usually the intelligence agencies, they adopt or they use different techniques to gather the closed source intelligence up, as well as the open source intelligence as well. So since we are not talking about the closed source intelligence in this course, so let's just skip it and we will focus on the open source intelligence. So typically there are four categories of open information and the intelligence. First one is the open source data. So this is generic data coming from a primary source, for example, including the satellite images, telephone call data, and the metadata. Data sets, survey data, photographs, and audio or video recordings that have recorded an event. And then we have the open source information. This is also a generic data set that has undergone some filtering first to meet a specific criterion or need. This data can also called a secondary source information or just secondary source data. For example, including the books about a specific subject, articles, dissertations, artwork, and the interviews. And then we have the open source intelligence. This includes all the information that has been discovered, filtered, and designated to meet a specific need or purpose. This information can be used directly in any intelligence context. OSINT can be defined in a nutshell as the output of open source material processing. And then we have the OSINT V, which is also known as the validated OSINT. Now, this is OSINT with a high degree of certainty. The data should be confirmed or verified using a non OSINT source or from a highly reputable OSINT source. This is essential as some outside adversary may spread inaccurate OSINT information with the intent to mislead the OSINT analysis. A good example of this is when a TV station broadcasts live the arrival of a president to another country, such information is OSINT, but it has a large degree of certainty. So again, if I summarize, first one is OSD, which is the primary source, for example, the satellite images and all. And then we have open source information, which is the secondary source. So this is OSINF. Secondary source, it means that someone has analyzed, for example, someone has taken this information and wrote a book. So this is the secondary source, which obviously refers to the primary source as well. And then we have the OSINT, which is the open source intelligence. And then we have the validated OSINT with the high certainty, or with the verified source and all. So this is the basic introduction of the open source intelligence. What is the term, data, information, and all. And then now we have to see the roadmap of the OSINT and how to actually perform the OSINT, what steps are to perform the OSINT, and every other things. So let's start the second lecture of this particular course. All right, so before we get into further details, sorry. Yeah, so I was talking about that before we discuss the tools or techniques, or we go into the further details, we need to understand the internet layers. Because we, as an OSINT, and during the OSINT analysis, or as an investigative officer, or the intelligence officer, or the law enforcement agencies, you need to search the entire internet for the desired information, because the information the available, but obviously you need the right tool and a technique to reach towards the particular information, and how to collect the information, how to analyze it, so all these things. So in order to do this, you need to understand the concept of the entire internet first. So let's just discuss the basic concept. So if we think internet as an ocean, so this is divided as the surface web, deep web, and the dark web. And then obviously you are going darker. Okay, so surface web is what, being a standard normal internet user, we see on the internet. We use a regular standard browser, for example Google Chrome or Firefox, Safari, etc., to access the internet. So this is the surface web. If I note the, or if I talk about the key point here, the surface web, if is what you can access with by using a standard browser. It is accessible. It is also indexed by the standard search engines like the Google, Bing, Yahoo, etc., and little illegal activity happening here, and it is relatively small in size. For example, you open the google.com, you search a news, you open the bbc.com, you read the news, and that's it. You don't need any special software, you don't need any special permission, you don't need to pay, you don't need to use any special protocol, or the software or the technique to access it. This is the surface web, which we, being a standard user, use or browse internet regularly. And then the things get interesting when we get into the deep web. Deep web, as they say, is the huge in size and growing exponentially. So deep web is nothing, for example, is just a concept, or you just need a password, encryption, or any other technique to access it. For example, the content on the social networking websites like Twitter and Facebook and all. So and apart from this example, I would like to quote another example. It's like the forums. So the content, the forums, the content is huge, the size is huge, but you need a permission to access it. So if I define the deep web, it is accessible by password, encryption, or through special permission or gateway software. And it is I mean, some part of deep web can be indexed by the regular search engine, but most of the content cannot be indexed by the regular search engines, and you need to get in the particular website or the service to explore it. So we can say that it is also not be able the regular or the standard search engines are not able to index it, and the little illegal activity outside of the dark web happening here, because there are some notorious forums and all these things. So we can say that the little illegal activity happening here, but it is huge in size and growing exponentially, as I discussed before. So this is really interesting, and you need to the credentials to access it. And then we have the dark web, which is the darker side of the internet. But being as an OSINT investigator, you need to access the dark web as well, and then you need to understand the tools and the techniques to analyze the information in the dark web, which is very crucial nowadays. So the dark web, restricted to special browsers, softwares, or protocols. For example, you need, if you want to access the Tor network, which is which is one of the dark web, there could be many. Because I have created a special segment on the darknet, which you should check. I'll just share the link with you. There could be many dark web which we might know, or which we might unaware of it. So the size of the darknet is unmeasurable due to its nature, which I have discussed in entire darknet series, which you should watch. So we cannot say the size, but we suppose that, or we think that it is relatively smaller than deep web at the moment, but it might be possible grow, and it will be the huge than the deep web in the future. So the regular or the standard search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, they cannot index it due to its nature. Obviously, it's encrypted. It's You need a special permission to get into the dark network. It is not like the World Wide Web, which you can access using the regular or standard web browser. So few things, it is restricted to a special browser protocol, network, and you need some sort of permission with the particular software to access it. It cannot be indexed by the standard search engine. So you need a specialized directory. You need to get into the dark web in the particular network to explore it. And large scale of illegal activity happening here, drugs, hitman, and just name it, and then you will find all the illegal things, hacking softwares, and cryptography. Not only cryptography, but stolen credit cards. People are selling stolen credit cards, their pornography, and all these things. So large scale of illegal activity happening here. But as I said, that being an OSINT investigator, you have to access all. You need to understand how to access it, which obviously we will discuss in this course. Let's move further, and let's see what other thing that we have to discuss. All right. So the generic steps to perform the OSINT. Obviously, so it's just the basic thing, but this is the step-by-step process that you should adopt. So at first you need to start with the what information you already have or you already know. For example, the email address, username, first name, last name, phone number, or etc. And then you need to define, you will be defining your requirement. What do you want to get? And now start gathering the data by using the OSINT tools and techniques, which we will discuss later on. And after collecting data, start analyzing it, pivot as needed using new gathered data, and then obviously validate your assumptions, as I discussed that OSINT V, or the validated OSINT with a high certainty of you need to validate the information. So at the end you just need to generate the report. You just step by step thing that you can see, yeah, I need to do this. For example, you need few information to start the OSINT. For example, if you are searching for a person, then you should at least know basic attribute. For example, a name, a username, physical address, phone number, etc., etc., etc. So there is a OSINT framework, and apart from the OSINT framework, I would like to show you a OSINT mind map, which has been created by I don't remember the name, but let me show you, and then we'll see the name of the person who has created this amazing mind map. And apart from this mind map, there is a osintframework.com website, which let me show you. Okay, now there you can see this is OSINT framework. This is amazing framework. There you can see it's like a mind map, and if you have the username, then what you should do, which website or service you should use. Like this is amazing. For example, if you have a email address as your starting point, then you can do all these things. So this is the OSINT framework.com, like pretty basic thing. And apart from this, I would like to show you the OSINT mind map as well, which is the same thing. But let's see. Okay, so this is the mind map that I was talking about. This is amazing job done by the Steve. So I mean, they have did I mean they have done an amazing job, and I will just quickly see what's in there. And once you start the OSINT, you need to see the OSINT pre-engagement. You need to define the goal of the assessment and the scope, and you need to see the ethical issues and all these things. I will share the URL of this mind map. You just need to download this software, and then you can access it. And I would like you to go through with you need to understand all these things, each and every information. So instead of going through everything, I'll just going to see the OSINT process. That is the core subject that I need to discuss. All right, so this is the OSINT process. Like this is real amazing thing here that you can see. It's like the OSINT framework. It's the mind map. So if you have an IP address, then you should do all these things. There you can see if you have the audio, the Tor hidden service, as I said, the darknet, the vehicle, the profile picture, video, image, and everything. So for example, if I just talk about the username, let's suppose I have the target username, and on which I have to collect as much information as possible from the publicly available sources. This flow chart shows that from a single username, how will you access data related to that username. Simply typing username on the search engine also gathers, millions of information, and you can reach to its social media account. There are also some username search tools from where you can easily reach to its social media account. Social media platforms also let you know personal information like the real name, home address, age, gender, hobbies, check-ins, etc. That means reaching to the social media account is the final flag that reveals a lot of personal information. So you can guess the email, you can do the username enumeration, you can use a specific people search engine, and the social media as I discussed earlier or already. And then apart from the social media, if I just talk about the email address, which is similar to the username search, what you can do, if you get an email address, you first need to cross check the email, yeah, whether it is exist or not. And similarly, you will, after the validation, whether this email is actually exist or not, and then I will check whether it was previously been hacked or not. So for this, I will be using the have I been pwned website, which is an amazing. And this website contains the database of all the hacked websites and server, and then we will see if the email address appears in any breach or not. So I can just show you now, or maybe just not. Let's not do this. I will show you once I will get into this detailed discussion into this topic. And then obviously email, you can do the reverse email search. You can just paste it on the social media websites, try to find out the profile. You can just put it on the search engine to see what's coming over there. Anyway, similarly, so this is the mind map, and you just follow this and get the tool or the technique. For example, the business name, you will have to do all these things. So this is just amazing. Well, I will try my level best to cover most of them in this particular course, but if I if I will not able to cover any, then you should obviously deep dive into it. And I will try to cover the topics that not listed here. For example, I don't see the aircraft OSINT, which I'm planning to discuss, and there are other things as well, like the maritime OSINT as well, and all these things. So I'll try to cover everything. So I think this is it for this lecture. See you in the next. So things are getting really interesting now, and now we need to understand the power of search engine, and then we will utilize the special operators of the search engine. Well, there are many search engines. So if I talk about the regular search engine, like the standard search engine like Google, Bing, Baidu, Yahoo, and I have not mentioned it here, which is the Yandex, which is amazing. It's a Russian search engine, which I will discuss it when I'll discuss the image OSINT. So this is amazing. And the shorthand for the Internet of Things and the devices. This is for the Tor hidden services. And let's discuss the operators. Wow, amazing. I think instead of discussing it on the slide, I would like to discuss it happening. I would like to do it practically. So let's just open the browser and let's just do it. Yeah. Okay, now, so this is the search engine that I have. This is the Google, plain and simple Google, nothing fancy, nothing else. Okay, for example, if I wanted to if I want to search something, I just type, for example, if I just say Obama, sorry, spelling error, Obama. Okay, just Obama. Let me just type. So it just search the Obama and it bring other. For example, if I type Obama United States. Okay, now just understand. So the search engine, it picks the result in which it finds the Obama and the United States, not in a particular order, nothing. There you can see Obama, United States, and some even it gets where it is returned, and the synonyms like the US, United States, Obama, and not in a particular order. However, if I use the double quote here, then it's gonna restrict the search engine to that it shows the result of the exact match in the exact order. So if I use the exact match of the keyword, whereas you just use the quotation mark or the double quote. So there you can see in a particular order the Obama United States, Obama's United States. So just imagine how this entire, even though I cannot see the this particular keyword in this result, but it should be in the in the page once we open it. So there you can see the Obama United States in a particular order when I use the inverted commas. So this helps a lot when you are looking for something specific. For example, if I just say, let's say camera live image. Okay, let's just hit enter. So there you can see it says that live camera image. Just imagine I wrote camera live image. It's showing me the live camera image. It's showing me the camera image, live camera image, nothing in a particular order. However, if I just use the double quote here, let's see the result. So there you can see the camera live image. Okay, maybe a live broadcast. Just check. So just see the result changed by just introducing the inverted commas. So there you can see some live footages now, which is very interesting. So just imagine by using a particular keyword, I can access the publicly available cameras. I mean, wow, simply wow. But there are specific, dark as well to access these cameras, which I will discuss later on. Let's just close it at the moment. I just want to show you the power of double quote here. And then apart from this, we have another operator which is called the dash or the minus sign. So this short dash is used when excluding words, single or multiple phrases from the search result. For example, if I just say nutrition and if I just type facts, so it means that it will search both the nutrition facts in the search. And what happens if I just type the minus? So it means that I'm interested in the result where it mentioned the nutrition, but it should not mention the facts on the particular page. So I want search engine to subtract the word facts. So there you can see the result. I'm not getting any fact here, only the nutrition. Only the nutrition. Pretty basic, simple. And then apart from this, we have the basic or and AND function. If you have attended the computer science degree or electrical, this is the basic operator they teach in the school. Or and or let me just explain it to you. Or means, for example, if I just type Obama or operator, and if I type United States, it means that print the answer whether it is Obama or United States available. Or basic thing. Okay, so United States, United States, not with both in the same page. So or either of one. Okay, and if I type the invert operator, which is the AND, so it means that both the keywords should be in on the particular page. And I mean, I'm interested in the Obama and in the United States as well. So both here. Okay, amazing. All right, so apart from this, we have the asterisk operator. Asterisk operator has been referred to as a wild card due to its ability to gather more result in a single search query. Normally, we could search for similar terms that lead to pretty much the same result. For example, if I say, Obama in United States, all right, let me just type first. Okay, just notice the result. And then if I type Obama and with it's not the and operator here, it's just the regular and word here. All right, United States. However, when using the asterisk, you get a variety of results within a single search query in the case. For example, if I just replace the and with the asterisk, which is the wildcard here. Okay, now there are many advanced many advanced yet very powerful or useful search operator as well. For example, the as it is mentioned on the slide, like the in URL, in title, sorry, in title, in text, and then the file type, etc. All right, so let's just quickly try to understand all of these. So I have an operator which is called the site. If I just type site, it means that I'm interested to get the result of a particular website only. For example, site colon obama.org or org. It means that I want to see all the pages of obama.org indexed by the google.com. So there you can see the result. It says that 2420 result pages indexed by the Google. All right, now if I just say the in title Obama, for example, this is another very interesting operator, in title Obama. I'm not mentioning any domain here. So this in title operator, you can find the pages that have your search term in their page title alone. So there you can see Obama. It should be on the page title, this title. All right, so Obama on the page title, and similarly the list goes on. And then if I use the operator, which is the in text operator here, in text Obama, let's say in text operator helps you to find results which include a word or a phrase in the content of the body. For example, if I type the in text Obama, it means that whether the Obama is on the title or not, I'm not worried about it. I want this word Obama to be present on the content or the body of the page. So there you can see on the body. If I just open the page, there you can see I'll find it on the body. All right. And then I have another operator which is called the in URL. In URL, if I type in URL Obama, let me just zoom it so that you can like clearly see. I should have done it before, but anyway, let me just do it now. So if I say that in URL Obama, it let you look up result that have this specific search word in the page URL. If I just type in URL Obama, then just see the Obama is in the URL. So let me just open it, and then you will see the complete URL. If you are worried that you cannot see here, so you can see the Obama in the URL. Here you can see the Obama in the URL, which I have opened here. There you can see the Obama is in the URL, and then and the list goes on. And you can do the same thing with a double quote as well. For example, if I just type in URL with a double quote, let's say war strategy, okay, and then I just close the double quote. So you need to mix and match different operators, and then sometimes you need to create your own search engine operator as well, which is also called the Google Doc. So since these doc are not restricted to the Google only, so I just say the operator, search engine operator here. So just mix and match, create your own. It means that in URL I want the war strategy in the URL. Just open a few and then just cross check war strategy in the URL. Inverted commas mean the specific order, war strategy. So this is how you create and make your own different operator. And then another interesting thing is the file type. File type is one of the amazing operator, which you can see if you type the file type colon and then PDF. Let's suppose it means that I'm interested to see, no, nothing. Yeah, I need to mention the domain, this specific domain in which I'm interested in. Otherwise the Google will be like, oh, where do I find this particular file? Not he's not gonna, the Google not gonna find it on all the domains. So file type means that I'm interested to see the specific file. For example, I'm interested to see the PDF file where in the obama.org, let's say, and then space file type, let's see, there you can see the PDF file, PDF file, PDF file, PDF file, PDF file. Now just imagine, by using the search operator, I can find out the website. I can find out the documents which I cannot easily navigate if I browse through this the standard web page. I might not be able to navigate to all these PDFs, which seems 131 131 PDF. There you can see all the PDF files I can access to, and even if I just read it carefully, I can say this is WP content. It means that the website is using the WordPress software, which is the CMS. So this is altogether the website OSINT, which we will discuss later on. So let's just focus on the search engine operator at the moment. So there you can see the by just using the website, we might not able to navigate to all the PDF file, which I don't know where it is, I don't know, but instead I can just use the Google to find out these these files. And obviously once I get these files there, usually I have noticed that people I don't know why they upload very confidential files on their web server, and they also they say that if they are not putting any URL here in the navigation, so that people cannot access it, but the search engine crawler can access everything as long as you are not stopping it. Well, there is a way to stop it, which obviously we can see using the robots.txt, which is again a topic that we should discuss while discussing the website OSINT, but let's just cross check it. So there you can see that if you use the disallow, it means that you are restricting the search engine bot to index this particular page. But by using the robot.txt, I can learn that they are deliberately restricting, which is itself is revealing a lot of information. And it's like curiosity, why someone want the search engine not to index it. It should be a very interesting thing here. Anyway, so as I was saying that these files, and even sometimes I noticed that people upload their confidential information like the employees details, their personal details, their credentials. Sometimes, yes, credentials, you can find out the plain text credentials, the password, if you use the correct operator, search engine operator. For example, let's just let me give you an example. For example, all in text. Okay, so all in text, it means that I want to find out this particular word in the text, which is the password, and I'm interested in the file type, let's say log. Obviously interesting. And if I type the after 2018, so yep, pretty self-explanatory that I'm looking into the password log, and I'm specifically looking for into the log file, which is the after 2018. So I'm looking into some latest thing here. Maybe I'll get something interesting or not, so it depends. It all depends. So let's just see. Oops, I think I'm getting something really interesting. So there you can see this is the server, this is the login, this is the password, server login password, plain text password. So I don't need to hack it. Just imagine. And what information? Admin root, maybe it's just the dummy file. This is the honeypot. Okay. So if you don't know the honeypot, so it's just the trap. So it means that someone trying to brute force it or trying to log in with the random password. So there you can say this is the log, SSH log of the honeypot. I'm not interested. And what is this? Maybe it's the database. Wow, I mean the database. So this is a test case and log file. Pretty interesting thing. If I just restrict my search to a particular domain, and then you know the thing, you know the drill now, because I've just uh, let me just give you another example, then you will understand how to mix match different operators. And for example, XLS, which is the Microsoft Excel format. What I'm interested in a file type which is XLS, which is the Microsoft Excel format. And what I'm looking into the URL, in the URL, it should say, I'm putting the inverted commas because I'm interested in the email dot XLS. Okay. So now there you can see the interesting things. The file type is the XLS, which is the Excel file sheet number 1. This is the university, and should I access it or not? I don't know. Should I don't just see. Obviously, I don't want to just show it in front of this recording. Let me just first cross check maybe a confidential data which I should not openly share. Let me just see first, and then I will uh, hold on, wait. Well, anyway, I'm not opening the file here, so you should do the drill. And just let me tell you one thing, that these Excel file contains the email addresses only. And obviously, getting the email address of a particular company, if you mention the particular domain here, then you will find the email address of a particular company. An attacker can can create the spear phishing campaign, and or specifically target a specific person using the phishing and all these things. So just imagine the power of OSINT and imagine the power of the search engine operators. Okay, so apart from this, there is a central database of all the Google Doc. This is called the Google Hacking Database. It is maintained by the Offensive Security. They are the creator of Kali Linux. So they regularly approve and add new Google Docs into the list. So if I just type Google Hacking Database, you will see it's the exploit DB. Okay, so in there you can see a lot of dark, and as I said, that they regularly people regularly provide their dogs, and they approve it after carefully analyzing all these dark, and then which you can use to access. And you can see the particular author, and then you can see the category, pages containing login portal, interesting, file containing juicy information, interesting. And if you just type, for example, what should I type here? Let's say I'm interested into the camera. So if I just type camera here, so there you can see you can access the camera of the various online devices. Let's just cross check this dog here. And so this is the particular dog that I need to paste on the Google, and we can see the author who submitted it, and the list similarly. Let me just go back. Okay, let's just check. Okay, we can see some live cameras, unprotected camera. No, just imagine the internet is people just plug and play their camera. They don't use any sort of authentication or access control. They don't use any access control mechanism. They just plug and play their camera. Obviously you can see this is the current. I can access, what is this, student success center. Now just imagine publicly available sources, information. I can access the camera, I can control, I can see the size and all, blah blah blah. Let's not get into the detail. And what's that? I don't know. It's maybe a physics department or something like this. And this is some balloting. Oh, what's that? A location, some sort of office or what, I don't know. So now just imagine the all these information, point of sale one. Let's see. Interesting, quite interesting. It seems really interesting. Okay, can I move the camera? There I can see some zoom, panel left, right. I mean, why they just don't use the access control? I can. Oh my god, yeah, I have the control as well. Now you can see that this is quite interesting. So by just utilizing all these data, you can gather your information. So this is OSINT. All the information available free of cost publicly. You just need the right tool, the technique to access it, to collect it, to analyze it. Anyway, so apart from this Google hacking database, we have some specialized search engine. For example, Shodan. Um, well, now apart from the computers, we have the Internet of Things or Internet of Everything. It means that your refrigerator, your microwave, your smart home automation, all the system, bulb, and your Alexa, just name it. So your camera, IP camera, and all these things. So this is the search engine that you use to access, to search the particular thing. So there you can see the search engine for the web, for the building, for the webcam. Like, I mean, this is amazing. So you can search it basically index, just imagine the power plant. So it basically index the IP cameras, web servers, home devices, and all. So the competitor of the Shodan is the Census, but I think Census have their own paid program which you cannot access for free. Apart from the Shodan also have this their pricing, and you can just do the basic search if you are not a subscribed member. But I mean, the both are recommended in the technical pen testing, where you have to find out the internet connected devices of an organization. For example, if you are doing OSINT analysis for an organization, you should check Shodan and Census for the open devices installed in the organization, because the bad guys exploit vulnerabilities on those devices to fully own the organization internal network. For example, if I find out an IP camera, if I find out some devices in the power plant, and then if the device is vulnerable, which is usually the Internet of Things, the smart devices are vulnerable because they don't use the smart firewalls and other security mechanisms. So if I find out a specific Internet of Things device which is connected to the network of that particular organization, I can connect to this device, I can hack it, I can exploit it, and then once I get access to this device, I can own the entire organization internal network, and then I can pivot, I can do the data exfiltration and all these things. Okay, now so I'll just take a break and then I will start recording again. So this is a continuous lecture. We'll see you. Okay, guys, so let's start where I have stopped the recording. And anyway, so I was discussing the Shodan, which is the Internet of Things or Internet of Everything search engine. And as I said before, that the Census and Shodan like is Both of them are really interesting search engine to find out the internet of things or the devices, smart devices. So let's just quickly do the search. Apache basically the website, web server software. So it means that I'm interested to find out all the devices, all the machines, all the computers running Apache, which is a web server software. So there you can see that this is the IP address, the location, and obviously there are some filters which I can use. If I would like to do, if I would like to search the country specific, I like to see the services, the organization, similarly the operating system. So all these are the filters. So there you can see that apart from this, if I just type, for example, the Debian, or I can search the specific port number as well. Similarly, this particular search engine is really interesting and exciting if you are interested to find out the information about the maritime, all the ships traveling in the sea at the moment. So this topic is altogether a different, different OSINT, which is called the maritime OSINT, which we will discuss in some other time. But anyway, so this is the shortened search engine. And apart from this, I would also like to tell you about the archive. Archive is basically the wayback machine, which stores the information of if I say that it stores the website information, the history of the website. For example, during our investigation, there are some times that we needed to find out the status of the particular website in a particular time frame. For example, if I'm investigating a website and I'm interested to see the information that has been published or available, or the layout of the website in the past. Or so, for example, if I'm investigating now in 2021 and I want to see a specific website in 2019, then I can use this wayback machine. So let's just quickly check the I don't know what to check. Let's just quickly see ehacking.net, let's say. Okay, oh sorry. So can I get something? So there you can see that the ehacking.net, they have created a snapshot of this domain from January 2011 till the last snapshot was taken on November 26, 2020, which is quite interesting. So they basically, there you can see that this is February 2020. I'm not interested in this one. I just want to see what was the website in 2011. If I just click on 2011, I can see the one or probably multiple snapshots in a month. So it depends on how frequently you update your website. So let's say the January 3rd January 2011. If I just click on this, I can see this particular website, how it looked, how it was basically at that time 2011. So meanwhile it's working. Let's discuss the there you can see that it's that the entire website was very different at that time, and now it is very different. But I used to write the article in 2011 as well, and there were other people as well. I've written many at that time. But anyway, so this is the archive.org or org. Apart from this, let's discuss the Tor search engines. Tor basically is the important or the very famous dark net. Let me just navigate to my WHONIX machine and then I will discuss it. Okay, so there you can see that I am now in my WHONIX machine, which uses Tor in order to connect to the internet. If you really want to understand this WHONIX, the Tor, then you should check out the basically program or the tutorial that I've created on the Darknet, and then you will get the understanding of what this WHONIX is all about. So I'm not going to discuss the concept of WHONIX in this course. So this course is all about the OSINT. So let's just quickly see some directory and the search engine that are very useful if you are doing the darknet or the Tor OSINT, specifically the Tor OSINT, because the darknet there are other darknet services as well, for example the I2P network and other networks as well. So let's just discuss the Tor network here, and I will share you the 4 amazing or interesting search engines. You can see the search engine directories or the Tor or the darknet. There could be, or there are many directories or many search engines, but these 4 are the famous one, or they basically have indexed a lot of information as far as the darknet is concerned. So the first one is 𝐂𝐬. If I'm not pronouncing it incorrectly, then so it is the I mean, if I say the positive thing of this search engine or the directory is the clean and the nice interface. So there you can see that they say that they have the I2P network search as well. So if you want to try this, you can try this. But I haven't hands-on experience of this search engine on I2P network. That's why I'm not suggesting or recommending it at the moment. However, as far as the Tor is concerned, I recommend it. It's just the plain and simple. You just need to type your keyword and then, for example, the hacking, and then you will find the directories related to the hacking in the Tor network. Not directories, but the node or the servers. So there you can see the onion website. There you can see website that has server hacking, down payment, blah, store, and DSM hacker, hacking tool and service in one place, blah 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 blah. Anyway, apart from this, this is the Torch is one of the oldest yet still useful search engine in the darknet. So there you can see some advertisement as well. Let's not get into the advertisement. What you can do, you can just simple use your keyword to search the particular document or whatever you want to search. For example, again, let's just search hacking and see what's in there. And in the meantime, let's discuss the kilos. I mean, this is the search engine. This is the search engine or the directory. Maybe it's a directory, but this is to search the darknet marketplaces and the offerings. But primarily the people use it to access the illegal activities like the drugs and all. If you just put your search query, you will get there you can see different filters like shipping origin and all these things, maximum price, meaning the minimum and the maximum price, and then the payment acceptance like the BTC or the BCH, or which is the Bitcoin Cash. And apart from this, there you can see some newses, and obviously, so they have the dark code Tor service, or you can say the website, which is the most notorious, most blacklisted hacking forum in the darknet, this one. Anyway, so you can just search. If I say hacking, I'm not sure that I will get any result or the important or the interesting result if I type hacking here, because this is the marketplace search engine. Maybe you'll get a service. So let's just search it. Oops, it's not working. This is the problem with the Tor. Sometimes the node don't simply work. So there you can see hacking book on the Darknet forum. They must be accepting the BTC or the other coins. So there I can see another hacking book. So this is, as I said, that this is the search engine for the marketplaces. It search the darknet marketplaces. So hacking collection, 10 pages and hacks collection for sell, hire a professional hacking service, or you can hire them. And then you can see some reviews, banking hacking guide, you can buy, you can do all these things, and there are many pages as well. Anyway, so apart from this kilos, one more search engine that I would like to suggest is called the Haystack. Haystack is arguably one of the best onion search engines in the history. This is clean, neat and clean, just like the Google. Apart from this, this is the fastest, even the better than 𝐂𝐬 in my opinion. And there you can see that it has indexed 1.5 billion pages over the couple of years. So this is amazing. So if I just type hacking and then see what you can get. Anyway, so yeah, there you can see that it searches and trying to find out the service, cyber services. So this is the onion website, all the onion websites and their relevant links as well. So this is it about as far as the darknet or specifically the Tor and search engines are concerned. But there are many more things to do as far as the darknet OSINT is concerned. And apart from the darknet OSINT, we have Bitcoin OSINT and the entire blockchain OSINT as well. In the blockchain OSINT, you find out the ongoing transactions, and if you suspect a particular transaction, then you will have to find out the trail and all these things. And there are other techniques as well to reveal the darknet user information, which I have already discussed. The techniques that the law enforcement agencies use to uncover or to reveal the real name or real identity of the people active in the darknet forums, which this tutorial has been published on YouTube. You should check out. I'm sharing the URL with you. Apart from the darknet, there is a concept of clustering search engine as well. So let me navigate to my browser, and then I'll discuss the clustering search engine. All right, so clustering search engines, unlike traditional search engines, provide clusters that are related to the original search keyword. All right, so there you can see that this is the search engine, which is powered by the deep web technologies. And apart from this, I have another which is called the Yippee. So these both are the part of the clustering search engine. In the cluster search engine, as I said, that the only advantage that I find, for example, if you are investigating a particular word, or if you are investigating a particular service, and you are doing the search in another language which you are unaware of, then if you use the clustering search engine, you will find the related search or the related services or the domains as well. For example, if I just say type hacking here, or similarly I don't know, war strategy here, let's see. And so there you can see the cluster here. There it says it has created 614 clusters. So the hacking, the cluster is the security, Russia, agencies, game, ethical hacking, free, riding horses, review, photos, tutorials. So if you just open this, and it will then show you the result, which contains the hacking keyword in context with the security. So this is how the cluster actually work, and then you can get into the other stuff as well. Similarly, as I said, that the cluster search engines was very famous at some time of the internet, but now the regular or the standard search engines are amazing. I mean, they are doing the perfect job. So but still we use the cluster search engines in our analysis. So the importance of cluster search engines, we can, I mean, we should not ignore them. Anyway, so there are other results. Let's not just add it, just ignore it. And there you can see that the war strategy, and there you can see the particular topics that are relevant to it or that are related to it. And then this is a cluster search engine. Then it gives you the documents, the dates, the source, the publication as well, and the author. And there could be many things that can be done. So this is amazing. And apart from this, I would like to share another service, which is the academic research or dissertation or the research paper and all these things. You can search these stuffs here. So I will share the URL. Let me just do this. There you can see. Anyway, so as I said, that I will share the URL. You should check out all these, and if you just simply type a particular keyword here, you will get the related documents or the dissertations or the articles or the research paper related to it on this topic. Not only related, but on this particular topic that you the keyword that you basically put on the search bar. Okay, and there you can see the war strategy. This is the research, the published here. the content provider, and then you can see ISBN number, book, the other, this is the article, the country, and all these things. So what we did, we have discussed the power of search engine, we have discussed a few search engines for the Tor network, we have discussed the Internet of Things search engine, we have discussed the clustering search engine, archive to see the history of a particular website. So let's just close this chapter, and then in the next chapter I will discuss the aircraft OSINT, which is very interesting. I will tell you, or I will explain the vulnerability of the aircraft ADSB system, and then I will discuss how to use it to track the aircrafts on live, not online, but this is live tracking. Anyway, see you. At first, let's see the weakness of the system that can cause a huge damage. So, automated dependent surveillance broadcast, or ADS-B, is a surveillance technology in which an aircraft determines its position via satellite navigation and periodically broadcasts it. Now imagine if you are a pilot flying an aircraft and suddenly the ground controller yells and says another aircraft is coming your way. Obviously, you will get confused, and even after years of training, you might feel helpless. But thanks to this ADS-B system, the pilot knows all the aircraft and their details in the real time. The message that this system broadcasts contains all the sensitive information about the plane, for example, its ID, its position, its speed, etc. So there are two forms of the ADS-B, and it's like the transmitter and the receiver. Let's move further. All right, now consider this is an aircraft flying, and it is broadcasting its information, like it's periodically broadcasting its information, its ID, speed, and other information, to using the using the ADS technology. And the satellite, the ground station, the air traffic controller, other aeroplane, they all are receiving the information. Obviously, the aircraft has an ability to transmit and then receive the information simultaneously. So the ADS-B in to receive the information, out to send out the information. So all seems perfect. A smart system to track the movement of the aircraft, but the entire transmission here, this all transmission is unencrypted, and everything goes in a plain text. So this is the most scary thing that you can hear this week. By just using a receiver, you can receive all the information. Similarly, by using a transmitter, you can transmit the ADS-B information. This is really dangerous. The ADS-B system spoofing has been demonstrated before. I will share the links in the description. You should check the spoofing. While staying on the ground, a hacker can act like an aircraft and broadcast false information to misguide or simply create a chaos. Okay, now let's discuss the other important component to consider before we see the aircraft OSINT in action. So, call sign. Every aircraft uses a unique identifier, which is the call sign, and it uses it throughout its flight. Commercial aircrafts use a call sign that is totally depend on its route, while private aircraft use their registration number as a call sign. The call sign may change for every flight in the commercial aircraft. Okay, and then let's say the serial number. So the manufacturing company allots every aircraft a serial number. You can take this as a vehicle identification number, or VIN, on automobiles. This serial number is immutable, making it useful for tracking an aircraft over time, because or between the owners, different owners, and registration and the nations. all the aircrafts and you know all aircraft are registered and have a registration number which is similar to the automobiles. The registration number is present on the tail, but just let's not get into this detail. But you just need to remember that the registration number is also called the tail number as well. So that this registration number is unique among countries. Any aircraft registered in one country will change its registration number when purchased and registered in another country, just like the automobiles. So, as I said, that using the ADSB's receiver, you can get real-time information about the aircraft, which is what many online services are doing. For example, flight radar 24, and then radar box. So these are the two examples. What you can do, what they did, they got their volunteers, and the volunteers around the world, they have placed the ADSB receiver, and then they are sharing the information in a central place. So even you can add coverage. If you go and you can apply for a receiver, you will get a receiver for free, and you have to follow a certain procedure. You have to install it in your house or company or any other place, and then you will get some benefit like the premium account on this platform. At the moment I am logging, since I'm using a business account, so I have the highest privileges and the information. You can use it. You can even use a free account, or you can get a trial as well if you want. So it works similar like the Google Map, where you can navigate to any region, and we can track the flight route, and we can see the destination of the plane, its speed, height, and even the registration details as well. So if we just see, so I think this is, I don't know, yeah, this is the London. So let's say, I think let's just pick this one randomly. So there we can see the flight, the aircraft type. It sounds, it seems the private plane or something like this. Apart from this, if I just go there and see if something is flying. Now let's just let's see this one. So yeah, it's working. So now there you can see that this is the plane. It's going from Miami to Luxembourg, and then it was scheduled. And this is the actual time. You can see the time. You can see the aircraft type. You can see the registration. You can see the registration country, the age, the serial number, altitude, the vertical speed, track, and all these things like ground speed and blah, all the other information. So similarly, both are the similar platform. You just, for example, if you just click on this, since I'm not logged in and I don't have any account on this platform, so I might not get a lot of detail, but some information like the altitude, the longitude, and yeah, I can't see the ground speed. It's locked because I need to log in. I have to create an account, or maybe I have to purchase a subscription. So it depends on what kind of information you are interested in. Apart from this, I can, yeah, with a free account, I can see the serial number. I can see the cockpit view if I want, which I'm not interested at the moment. However, you can do it. Now, similarly, you can use both the platform or just pick one platform, and then like it's amazing. As you can see that you can uh, even you can track the private planes. You can track the military activities, and not just imagine. So this is the OSINT. Now just imagine if you are doing an OSINT and trying to track a person and only know the flight number. You can find all this information. Apart from this, you can track the private plane, and as I said, that the owner information, the registration details. uh, I mean, it's not really secure, even for the military. So one more thing, or one more interesting thing that I would like to show you is, if I can just have a URL. Okay, now let's just pick any randomly here. So there we can see that it's going to the New York, and the country of registrations Germany, and all the information. But let's just pick the serial number from here, and let's run it again in the database. Let's say I have the serial number. All right. Sorry. So there you can see all the information, all the details of this particular aircraft. You can see that it's last action date, manufacturer detail, registrant information, who is the current, owner or the registrant of this plane, and then you can see the other information, the serial number, blah blah, and then you can see the expiry date, model number, even you'll see the history. So in 2019, and then you can see in 2018 the registrant name is a different one, and then you can see the address. So just imagine, by just using the OSINT, you can see the history 2012, 5, 2002 at the start. So I think this is the initial date it's been registered in the United States. So now just imagine, by just doing a basic OSINT, you can track the airplane, you can track where it is going, from where it is going, and what kind of speed. You can see the other information, the country, and all the information. So I mean, this is amazing. So all the data are available for free of cost. And apart from this, the vulnerability that I have discussed seems really scary, because if you are able to transmit or you can spoof the information, then you can do the real damage, which obviously we don't encourage. Anyway, what do you think? Write your opinion in the comment box down below. Hi, and welcome back, guys. One thing that I forgot to discuss in the in the aircraft OSINT is that you can even listen the live conversation of the air traffic controller to the plane or to the other station as well. So this is the website. It's called the liveatc.net. If you just open this, you will see you can hear the communication live. So you can download the apps as well if you want. So there you can see the aviation station. You can select any or the one you wanted to hear the communication. You can go to the because they have the the records in the if you just go to the browser, you will see the Europe, Asia, Canada, United States, and all these the continents of the world. So if you just go to the top 50 feet, you can see this is the tower in the United States. And if you want to listen, you just open this, and a new browser will pop up, and then you can easily listen it. Apart from this, what you can do, you can open any, and then you can do this. So there you can see that this is a live, like this is happening at the moment. You can just download it, and then your favorite mp3 player will pop up, and then you can listen to the transmission. So just I would like to add this in the aircraft OSINT, which is quite interesting. I mean, very interesting as far as the OSINT point of view. Okay, now apart from this, let's get back to the topic of this lecture. The topic of this lecture is to discuss the phone, people, and the company search. I'm not creating altogether different videos on each topic. However, I will try to cover although all three of them are very interesting or quite interesting: the phone search, the people search, the company search. But I will try to combine it into a case study. So, for example, in our case study or in my case study, I have a phone number. Phone number is, let's say, I have this number. All right. So this is the number that I have basically taken from a classified website, which we will use in our OSINT investigation case study. So there are different tools, or there are various tools available. For example, specifically for the phone OSINT, or telephone number OSINT, or mobile phone number OSINT, whatever you call it. For example, there are tools like the phone and Foga, Spiderfoot, and etc. But I usually don't discuss tools because of their limitations, and also the developer can stop working on the project or simply the automation might get you blocked from many platform and services. What these tools or what the tools do, they simply search on Google and other relevant web services to find the relevant and related information. So instead of discussing the tool, let's discuss the web services. There are many web services, but we will only focus on the most relevant and the important web service. For example, if you are interested to find out the information about a particular phone number or the people or the business associated with the phone number, as I said, that the number that I've got is from a classified website at first, and without even thinking, you should do Google. Google knows everything, but not every time. We should also use some dedicated services as well, which I will show you. But let's just do the Google first. And as I said, that Google knows everything. Okay, so there you can see the result. Amazing. So by just doing the basic Google, we can say that this is a company. So this is Aramina Upholstery. And if I just open the Yelp page, I can see this is the phone number. This phone number belongs to this company, and they have the website which is there. You can see, which is quite interesting, because if you know a website of a company, you will surely get a lot of information about the company. That is, you can see the owner detail, the company itself, the physical location, the office, or the any physical location. You can learn about their business, their operation, and all these things. So I've just opened the website, so there you can see this is the website. We know by just looking at the name, we understand their business. And but if I just read this section, we will learn more about their business. And apart from this, since we have the website, we can do the WHOIS search to see the to see the person who has registered the domain and when it was initially registered. But this WHOIS does not work anymore due to the privacy service offered by the hosting provider or the domain registration service provider. They mask the real identity of the registrant, but still give it a try, because some people don't buy the privacy service, or they don't simply care about it. So there are several websites like if I'm not mistaken, the domain tools WHOIS. And apart from this, this is who.is. If I'm not mistaken, this is the okay. So there you can see, if I just share, use the domain and search, let's see if I can if I be able to find out any information about the registrant or not. No, this is protected, the privacy protected. So protection, as I said, it is like in specifically 2021, it is highly unlikely that they are not using the privacy service. Anyway, so what we know so far, we know the company name, we know the phone number, which we already knew. This was the starting point. And now we know the company location, which obviously if you just go to the contact us, you will find out. Even in the Yelp website, you can see the location. There you can see this is the address. In the contact us page, you can see the email address on the Facebook page. Very interesting. So just imagine, by doing a Google search, a lot of information can be acquired, which we are already acquiring. So there you can see that this is the company, this is the address. Okay, now if we just do the company name search on Google, perfect. So we will get other information, other interesting information. You can see their physical location. You can just do the street view to find out the actual location. So there you can see, and even the street view and the Google map usually reveal a lot of information. But due to the restriction, for example, you cannot read the number plate of the cars, and there are other restrictions as well. You cannot get into this, but you should use Google Earth if you want to deep dive into the geolocation. So but anyway, the cars in the surrounding always help. And the other phone numbers which we can see, not any detail, any information here. Okay, so this is the WAN of this company. We already know the number, we already know the location. They're operating since 1968, which can easily be seen on the website. So this is not something that is going to work or that is interesting. But anyway, not very interesting information in the street view. But you should give everything a chance, or you should try everything, because sometimes you just get the information from the place you are least expecting it. Anyway, so now let's try to find out who built or who created the business, and who are still owning it or running it, maybe. All right, so what we know, the okay, so the founder, Jose Alberto Aravina. Yeah, seems a Spanish background. So he was born in Chile, and he started this company in 1968, and then uh, soon after, so he died. His son Jose, now the owner. Now we know the current owner name, and we also know the name of the founder and the Claudio. So we know, I think both of them. Both of them belongs to the founder. They are continually they are continue to work on this project, on this business. So we know the company name, phone number, location, company location, and the founder and the current owners as well. So in order to learn more about the specific business, when it was established, and um, if you can get access to the business documents as well, you should try two websites which I recommend. First one is the opencorporates.com. It's opencorporates.com, and another is the if I'm not mistaken, it's the I think brownbook.net. Let me just cross check. So the open corporates and brown book, the both of them, the amazing service as far as the business or the company search is concerned. What you can do, and they also provide different jurisdiction, no, not only the United States but the entire world. And let me just get the name of the company or the business, and let me just put it here. And meanwhile, let's do the search here as well, not the worldwide. So just do it the worldwide. So there you can see that the business Aravina upholstery in the New Jersey, United States. So this is the one that I'm interested in. And what can be seen here? No, here we don't get any relevant one. But anyway, you should try both the surveys or many other services if required, because sometimes you don't get the information from the desired web service. So there you can see the information. We know the company number now, which is interesting. We know the incorporation date, and G, and we know where it was, in which state it's been registered. It's the New Jersey, which obviously, since they have their physical location in the New Jersey. So, but it is good to check when and where they have incorporated their business as well, because sometimes the operating location is different than the incorporating location. So now we know that they have been registered in the New Jersey. And if we open the states, the particular website of the state, we will find out more information. For example, we can even order the company document for our understanding, for view as well. Obviously, you will have to pay. For example, this is the division of revenue website. This is the official website, and then we can do our basic search. We can do the search. So there are many ways, like you can do the business name, but we know the entity ID, so let's just use the ID to do the search. Okay, now so there you can see that it's been registered in the Roselle So this is the identity, the original filing date 2002, the name of the company, and what we can do, we can order copies if we want. So just continue, and what we can get, the document name, the original certificate, order certified copy or non-certified copy. You just need to order it. Just need to pay the fee. For example, non-certified copy, and then add it to in your basket, and then you can simply pay using your credit card, and then the documents will be delivered to you. So there you can see the fee. You can just pay using the credit card or e-check, and then you will get the document. So just imagine, by just doing the basic from the phone number, we know the name of the company, we know the founder, we know the current owner, we can we now know the company details, we now can see the company documents as well, incorporate incorporating document. And now let's try to find out the information about its current owner. And before we get to find out the information about the current owner, let's see what happened to the founder. I mean, by just looking at the website, we can assume that he is no more in this world. Let's just cross check to see the death record. So for in order to do this, I will use a service called the uh, Melissa and the death check. The Melissa is the amazing website. If you are doing an OSINT search, it gives you not only the death record, but you can check property, name, number, all these things. What's happening is why it's going very slow. Anyway, so yeah, it's working. So let's just pick the name of the owner. Sorry. So this is Jose Alberto Aravina. Let me just use the record search. Okay, I cannot do this. I need to sign up. Anyway, what I'll do, I'll just quickly change my browser, or maybe my IP, and then I will do it again, because obviously I'm not going to pay for this service. I want to do it for free. I mean, we are doing OSINT. However, during OSINT, sometimes you need to get a subscription, or you need to pay, but it's okay. Let me just quickly come back. Okay, so let me check the death record in a while. Meanwhile, let's just quickly discuss the reverse phone number search, which I forgot to discuss at first, which I should have discussed as of now. So the services that I will suggest is 411 411.com, and the that's them.com, and then the whitepages.com. You can, if you know the name of the person, you can do the search. If you know the phone number, you can do the reverse search. If you know the address, you can do the reverse address, or if you can also do the business search as well on both the websites. So there you can see the people search, phone search. So since we know the phone number, even though here you can do the IP and the vehicle identification number as well. Reverse phone number. Okay, so let's reverse phone number. Let's just paste the phone number, sorry, and then do the search. Let's do the phone number, and let's just do the search. Let's just put the phone number, and let's just do the search. Okay, so I don't like this. They want me to pay. This is wrong. Okay, so they are still giving you some information. For example, this particular phone number registered in the Roselle Park, New Jersey. Okay, very interesting, because this is a particular area in the city. So there must be a house, maybe just a business. What's the area of the business? Let me just cross check. It's not in the Roselle Park, but this number is registered in the Roselle Park, so we need to cross check it. We cannot see the number, owner detail, owner address unless we pay. I think 411.com uses the white pages service as well, so it might be possible that they are fetching the information from the white pages, because usually 411.com share the information. So I think this is the same layout, so they must be getting the information from the white pages. Anyway, that's them.com. Now we see the information. Phone location, Roselle, New Jersey. So landline number, obviously this is the company, and we know the person behind it, the Claudio Aravina, and we know the address. This address is basically the so this one is address, correct. So we know the name of the person behind it, which we knew the first name from the website, but this is not happen every time. You don't get the name of the owner on the website. So sometimes you get the information from this website by just providing the number. You can search for the person, and you can search for the and you can get the address as well. And once you do the address, you'll get other information. And even if you know the name of the person, you can see the really other information of that person as well. So just click on this and then follow the lead. So if I know the address, I can search and I can see the persons behind this address: Claudio Aravina, and then the Jose Alberto Aravina. So we know, so this is the email address. So the both, as which here seems the current the owner or the operational manager or whatever the designation, but we know that they both here, so they belongs to this address. Okay, sounds good. So we are compiling our list. We are getting other information as well. For example, the spoken language Spanish, since they belong to the Spanish background, which by just looking at their name we can say. And the associated person here is the Jose Aravina, which we already know since we have gathered enough information. So if we just search Jose Aravina, and if I just do the New Jersey, since I know the state, so let's just compile it. Okay, so the first, I don't think so this is the person that we are looking into, or maybe let's go downstairs. So Jose Alberto Aravina, and this is the person that we are interested in, but this address we already know. This is the office address or the workplace address, not the home address. We are now interested to find out the home address. All right, so no, not the one, not the one. So we did not find any good information or any relevant information so that we can decide the home address or the house address of this person. So now what should we do? Let's try another service that we should try. It's called the Spokio, and this is amazing as well. So what I'll do now, I'll use the same search name, and then I'll try to find out. So it's suggesting as well, which is good, quite good. So it will take some time. Meanwhile, let me try to find the death record as well. So in order to check the death record, I think okay, so just cross check. Let me cross check. Apart from the death record, what we can also do on this website, as I said, that this is amazing. You can do a lot of different things, like property view, and then the organization, public school, death check, zip backcountry distance, and all these things, email check, etc. Okay, it says that no name found. Okay, apart from this, what we will do now, just cross check again. Yeah, I got it. So now we know that, sorry, Jose Alberto Aravena, age 77, and died in the year 2018. So this is how you cross check the details. So we know that the person died, and he has died in the year 2018. So this was the birth date, and this is the age. Anyway, so we know now. Let's see the house. So there we need to, you need to use your best guess, because we need to now filter out New Jersey, because we know that the city, and specifically, let's not put the the location or a town filter here. Let's just try to find out. So there you can see that the age 79, Claudio Aravina is the related. This could be, uh I don't think so. upholstery Aravina related to interesting. And there we can also see resides in the Roselle Park. So this information is quite interesting, but the age group doesn't really match. But so this age group match, so let's open both of them, this one and this one, and then we will cross check the record. Okay, so this is the best possible, I mean the most possible one. And however, the information is hidden, obviously, because they want us to buy the subscription so that we can get all the details. And there what we can see, uh I think this is the office address. Now there, just imagine, look here, First Avenue, and this is the office. Okay, let's just cross check. So this one, all right, 449E is hidden here. So this is the workplace, the current address, which we are not interested in because we already know this. And apart from this, we already know this number, probably here you can see, and this number. Okay, so this profile is quite interesting. It shows the home address, which we can't see, but it say that okay, now there you can see this address and this address. So the office address here, and this could be the home address. Now we are getting, it's getting interesting. However, we don't really know the house number, but we know the street, we know the area. So what we'll do, we will do Google, plain and simple. All right, so what we will do, we'll just pick this and then the name, for example, say Arena, put the address. Let's try to find out the complete house number. So I think I got it, plain and simple, 471. All right, so usually what happens, the postal addresses, the election record also reveal a lot of information. So even the property websites, if you share your property to the real estate consultants, and they put some ad online, so this way we can find out a lot of information. So real estate OSINT is that thing basically. Anyway, so there we can see that we now know the owner information. Family name is Aravina, Jose, and Jamie. And this is the owner name, maybe the current address or this address. But this house, uh, the registered voter in the house is Jose Aravina, age 34. Amazing. So we can see that this is the house we are interested in. So there you can see that I cannot see the house number, but by just doing a basic Google, I have seen the house address. I have got the house address here, which is here, which is 471 Eleanor. Uh, anyway, sorry. Okay, so what else can be seen here? What we'll do, we'll just cross check, just click on the name and see what other information can we get, which I don't think so that we'll get any further detail, except the the vote history or record. Anyway, so we were interested in this particular address that we got, and we are very happy, I mean quite happy now. So what we'll do now, we will use the Google map to map it, or instead what we can do, we can just go there, and I think they have also, they are also providing the Google map there, so we can just simply use it. Okay, if I can open it, no. They are giving the valuation and these things as well. All right, one more thing, if since we are doing or getting into the property search, I would like to tell you about interesting, let me just do the Google and then I'll tell you. So okay, just paste the address. Yeah, got it. So this is the house that we are really interested in. So what we know now, we even know the house address as well, apart from the office address. So possibly this is the house. All right, so if I just cross check, this is the second house from the corner. So this is the road, and this could be the first house. So this is the second house. Just cross check it here. Let's go. Yeah, so this is the first house which we are not interested in. So this is the house that we are interested in. So we found out the home, we found out the phone number, address, office address, home address, email address, the death record. And if you want to see the more information as far as the property is concerned, then I will suggest you to check the property data explorer here. So this is amazing. What I did here, I've just provided the zip code here, and then based on the zip code there you can see that it has automatically selected the area, the specific area. And then what I need to do, I need to obviously zoom, and then I need to find out the place where it is. I'm not getting, yeah, so this is the Eleanor street, and there we can see the second house from the corner. Just click on this. Okay, so I've clicked on this, and what now we can see, a lot of information about this property. This cross check the name, which is 471. This is the perfect. So the resident at the moment, we know that it's under the Jamie name, but still the owner is Jose Aravina. All right, so we know the property value, market value, air built, and a lot of other information. So if you want to follow this lead and to find out more information about the properties, then I recommend you to check the real estate advertisement as well, as I have already discussed. So far what we did, we by just using a phone number, we tried to find out the company, which we found out, and the registration details of the companies, about the owner, the personal information of the owner, email address, and the phone home address as well. Now what can be done? Obviously from this lead you can find out the social media profiles of the people as well, and then from the social media profiles you can see their activities, what they do, what they like, what they dislike. And then you can simply create a complete profile of anyone by just using the OSINT. So I'm closing this lecture here, and we have discussed a lot of things, we have covered a lot of things. So once you get into the practical, once you do it, then you will get more experience. All right, so yep, I shall meet you in the next lecture. All the documents that we create contains the signature of the computer. It's called the metadata. It contains the name of the logged in user, what software was used to create that file, and when originally this file was created, who and how many times edited this file, and if the creator used the GPS enabled device while creating the file, we will get the GPS coordinates as well. So I remember a case where many people online doing some negative publicity about a reputed company. I have worked to find the source of this malicious campaign. They planned their campaign properly, but it is the metadata that revealed their information. I've actually found out a website where they have uploaded all the malicious content, and the bloggers are promoting it on Twitter and other social media channels. I have looked into the website and found a MS Word file uploaded on the server, similar to what we found on the obamas.org website, that PDF file. Upon reading the metadata, we determined that the CEO of the competitive company himself wrote all this fabricated story. So now just imagine the power of metadata. Metadata is the, as I said, that the data about the data. For example, this is the file that I've recently created, and the test dog. If you just simply right click on this and go to the property and go to the details, you will find out the details. The author, last saved by, number of revision, the program had been used, the company, and the date, editing time, all these information, the name of the computer. Since I have not given my laptop any name, so you can see, so this is just one. Now the thing is that the metadata can easily be removed, and it can also be altered to mislead the investigator. So take other sources and information into consideration and validate all the information that you get online. Consider, for example, you get a single file for analysis, just like this one. You can simply right click and see the metadata. However, in real life, you face the situation. to analyze the data of so many files at once, or if you are supposed to download all the files from the particular domain. So what we will do, we will use the combination of two amazing utilities to find out the metadata automatically. Let me switch to my Kali Linux, and I will use the Kali Linux and the tool, the Metagofil, to collect the files. And let me just switch, then I will explain. Okay, so this is the Metagofil, and there you can see the I just typed the Metagofil help. One thing that you need to remember, that the Metagofil is now not available in the Kali Linux by default. You need to install it. The process is very simple. What you need to do, you just need to use the package installer to install the Metagofil. So considering if you are logged in as a root user, simply type apt or apt dash get install, if you, since we want to install it, and then the name of the program, which is Metagofil. All right, so if you are not logged in as a root user, then make sure to type the sudo, otherwise you will face difficulty while installing it. So just hit it and then you will be done. Since I have already installed it, there you can see that I'm using it. I just type the help to see the help. It is the pretty basic thing. For example, use the dash d to mention the specific domain where, from where you want to download the files, for example the PDF or doc file. And similarly, dash e delay, obviously you use the search engine, so sometimes the search engine block you, so increase the delay. Obviously it will increase the time, but you will be able to download most of the files. And you can save this particular thing into the HTML links, and the timeout, pretty self-explanatory. Dash L search maximum, I mean search maximum result, 100 result on a Google search, or more than 100, you just need to specify. And the N to limit the download file. For example, if you just download the first 20 file, then use the 20, 30, or 10 maybe. Dash O to save that file in a particular directory. Number of thread, file type, you can just mention PDF, doc, XLS, PPT, and all these things. User agent to bypass the Google or search engine restriction. You can mention the different Google the user agent, so that the Google will think that the search request coming from different web browsers. Anyway, let's just quickly do the basic search since we have seen the operators. What we need to do, we need to just type the Metagofil, okay, and then mention the domain. Let's say this time I would like to use the sense.org, a pretty famous cybersecurity training company. And then I need to mention the type of the document that I would like to find. Let's say just use the doc and the PDF, two type of files. And dash L to, let's say 20, result only. Dash N, just download only 10 files, not more than this. And dash O, the output directory, just give it a name, sense double S. It's okay, just hit enter. It will take some time, and then it will download all the files in a particular directory. So there you can see that it's creating the folder created. The search begins, and it has used HW for me, which is quite good, so thank you. Anyway, so I'll just skip it since it will take some time, and then I'll start it again. Okay, so there we can see that this shows that it has downloaded the files, PDF and the doc file. These are the sources from where this particular software has downloaded the file. So all these files has already been installed in the directory that we have mentioned on the root. So there you can see that we have downloaded the file. Now we need to analyze the metadata of all these files, which Metagofil, this service the Metagofil used to provide, but not, it's not no longer providing it. So what we will do, instead of analyzing these files manually every time, I can use a very interesting tool. So this is called the MetaForge. Okay, so if you see this, so this tool is to analyze the metadata, and it creates the dynamic reports. Quite interesting. So since we are using the Kali Linux, which is based on the Debian, so first of all we need to install this. We need to hit this on the terminal to install the dependency. As mentioned before, that if you are logged in as root, then simply just hit it. Otherwise, use a sudo command. All right, so let me just clear it and just paste it and install the dependency. This is the except tool is the dependency of the metaforge, and once you are done with installing the dependency, you need to clone this. So plain and simple, I believe since you are using Kali Linux, you already know how to clone it. Otherwise, let me just show you. Copy this URL and go to the terminal again. uh, Let me just cancel it since I already have this dependency installed. So how to clone? Just type git clone command and then provide the URL, hit enter, and it will download it. It says that the destination file already exists since I have already downloaded it. All right, so once you download it, you need to get into the directory. Since I have downloaded it into the root directory, I'm going into that particular directory or folder. Since in Linux we call it directory, so I'm just calling it directory instead of calling it a folder. So let's get into the directory. So this is metaforge ls. So you see different file. So there should be this one, the requirements.txt. We need to compile it so that we set with all the requirements, and then we can easily use it. So the command, since it is a Python, let's just use this -r, and then mention the file name, which is the requirements.txt. So you need to just do this. All right, and since I already done it, I'm just practicing it again. Let me just cancel it. I have interrupted it because I'm not interested to do it again. I've already done it. So once you are done it, what you need to do, you just need to mention the Python 3, since it is the Python script, metaforge, and then mention the py. Okay, so something wrong. Okay, what is happening? Okay, let me just do this again. Something wrong. Okay, now so there you can see that I have executed this command, the requirement, and then is try to check the current whether I have the dependency or not, and then if I don't have it, install it. All done successfully. All right, one more thing that I forgot to mention, that in order to use this tool Metaforge, what you need to do, you need to copy all the files that you have downloaded and the files that you want to analyze the metadata. Copy this and go to the directory, which is the Metaforge, where it is. Okay, so this one, and here what you need to do, you need to get into the media folder. All right, so I'm removing all the files that has been placed here before. Let me just remove it. Okay, what I'll do, I'll paste the new files that I have downloaded. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to just go back again and let me just clear it. Okay, let's try to execute it again. Let's see, it worked. Perfect. So it says that place the file into the media directory, which I have already placed. So what you need to do, I just need to follow the basic steps. Press enter to continue. All right, what it says, need to check the make sure the program will run correctly. All right, and then give it a project name. Let's say the same name or anything, one maybe. Okay, what it says, this is going to run the execute tool on all the tool in the media. It's okay, I've already placed it, so I don't need to worry about it. All right, so it's processing. So meanwhile it's processing, I like to tell you that the metadata gives immense information about any organization. You can find out the name of the employees or authors. You can see what softwares they use in the organization. You can even find out their email addresses and other information. All these information are very helpful to plan a social engineering campaign or a spear phishing activity. Apart from this, you can learn the softwares that they use internally. And being a hacker, you use the particular exploit to get access to the company's internal network. So this is all about the hacking, which we are not discussing here at the moment. So let's just focus on the OSINT. So it's working, and I think it's done. Need to sort it. All right, so just press enter. The report, HTML report, will be in the user project directory. Okay, so this is the report that I need to open. As one I open it, I will then be able to analyze the files. So go up. All right, user project sounds one. Just use the index. Okay, why it's taking time? Instead, let me just drag here. Okay, now there you can see. So there you can see that the number of files that he has, this particular software has analyzed: PDF, HTML. I think it does not support the doc. However, I have downloaded a doc. Instead, I should have used the docs. It supports the docs and the PDFs. So number of file, one unknown file, one HTML, 8 docs, 10 PDFs. So total number of file 20. Okay, so now it's all pretty self-explanatory, but we'll just go through to it. It did not find any custom tag, not any device model, and not any geolocation, which is very bad. But it found out some softwares, which is interesting. So there we can see the software that this particular company used. They use the author name, which is RSS Security, a pre generic author name. Not maybe this, we need to get into the detail. We need to do our OSINT now to see this author, maybe one of the employee of the company or what. So this is a company, GTFK, and what's that? I just need to do the Google search again, and then we will do our OSINT. So there you can see that this is the author name. The Microsoft Word 2016 has been used to create it. This could, that should be the username of an employee in a computer. All right, so the result of this file, there you can see the result of this file, this particular file, and we don't know the company. So this particular username, or could be the author, and we know the tool, the producer, and all these things. So just imagine that we know different users now, we know different software that has been used, and everything. They look here. So this is the user, this is the company, United States Army, this is the creator, producer. So very interesting information, though we are not able to find any geological location, or the geotags, but it's okay. We now know the softwares, we know the username, we know a lot of other information of that particular company. So everything have been done automatically. We have not analyzed anything manually. We have used a combination of two tools, and then the job has been done. So this is it, and I will make sure to discuss the image OSINT in the next lecture. So that's it. Image OSINT is a really interesting topic. Similar to metadata in the files and the documents, image also contains juicy information about its creator, the devices, and the physical location as well. Usually, we take images from our GPS-enabled devices, and the images taken from the GPS-enabled devices carry the GPS coordinates. Before we dive into the technique or tool, let's discuss the concept. So the XF, or extensible image file format, is a special sort of metadata used for JPEG and other images format along with the audio formats. When we talk about image OSINT, it doesn't mean that we are only interested in reading the XF or metadata of the image. Image OSINT contains reverse image search, fixing the errors on the image, and many other things. Just see this case study to understand how investigators are using image OSINT daily. So this is a really interesting case study on 2016 USA election. I will share the URL, read it thoroughly, and see how people used the image OSINT to uncover Russian involvement in the USA election. It is quite interesting. So there you can see that people tweeting, they are showing the street view of the Google Earth, and then also showing the EXIF data of the particular image, and from there they are trying to find out the device that has taken the picture, and indoor, outdoor, and all these things, the GPS information and etc. So read it thoroughly. Anyway, so now let's talk about the reverse image search. Reverse image search simply means that you have the final product, that is your image, and you wanted to find out all the websites and the other channels where this image was already uploaded or published. The reason could be many. For example, you want to find out the original source of the image. You might also interested to know the websites and blog having this particular image and what are they talking about it, and the list of the reason goes on. So there are many tools and the search engines to do this, but I would like to mention Google Images or Google Image Search, TinEye, and the Yandex Search. Yandex is the Russian search engine. I personally like Yandex Image Search. It is really amazing, and once you deep dive into the reverse image, you will understand why I'm saying this. Anyway, so we will do a basic reverse image search, and we will see the result. Let's do it. Okay, so what can be done? You can simply upload your image from your desktop or laptop, obviously from your desktop, and then apart from this, you can provide the URL of the image as well in both the platforms, there and there as well. So just go there and what happened? So there you see that provide the URL or upload it. Let's say if I upload. So let's upload it. Go to the image search. So this is the image that I have selected for this short or quick demonstration. So there you can see that I have uploaded this image and what this particular platform did. Meanwhile, let's upload the image on the other platform as well. So okay, now there you can see that this particular search engine, it not only gives you the website or the platform where the same image been shared before. So there you can see the image that I have uploaded is this dimension, while you can find this particular image on the other dimensions as well, and then you can see the dimensions of this image uploaded on many websites. So there you can see it's the same image on so many platforms, and apart from this, you can see the related images as well. So I don't know what it says in the Russia, but if I translate, then let's not, I mean, get into this. Okay, one more interesting thing about apart from the size is what you can do here. You can select the specific area, which is very interesting or quite interesting. So I have seen in many image OSINT real life scenario, the Yandex perform much better than the others. So that's why I like it. So you can just do this and then find out the information. No matching image found, but the other sizes are still there. So you can just reset it or do this, and then you can find out the large size if available. Let's not get into this. Anyway, so the thin eyes found only 9 results from the 45 billion images search on the BBC. Not very interesting, just okay. While Google, yes, Google usually do the job, and it says that this is a protest in somewhere in Poland, and this is the YouTube video, and there you can see that this same image has been uploaded on BBC and other platforms as well. So this is the basic, the most basic reverse image searches. Whenever you do the reverse image search, for example, you get an image from the social media websites, then you can check it on Google to find out where, for example, people usually create fake profiles on social media, so you can cross check if you want to. Now let's move further, and now we will discuss the technique to read the EXIF or metadata of the particular image. So for this demonstration, I will be using the EXIF tool. Since the EXIF tool is a basic requirement of Metafork, and once we install the Metafork, we have already installed the EXIF tool. You can use your Kali Linux to read the EXIF information of any image now. For example, in this directory, I have some samples here. Let's suppose the image 1. So what can be done, just use xf tool and mention the name of the image, and then you will see the detailed information. Okay, in the detailed information we can see the creator or the device, or the camera has been used to capture the image, the model, resolutions, and apart from this the date and other information, color, all these things. I mean, just imagine. So there you can see the control settings, etc, etc, the xf width, size. But the most interesting thing is the the device and the obviously the gps location is like quite interesting. So there you can see the uh, latitude and the longitude references above the sea, which is the north to east, and we if we want to find out the exact location, so there you can see the 43-degree in the north and then 11-degree in the east. So this gps location here is in the degree and minutes format, which needs to be converted into decimals because the google map need decimal input. Anyway, what you can do, you can use any converter online to convert the degree and minutes into the decimal, which is quite easy. You can just search on google and do it. Apart from this, you can use different online tools that to read the xf data. My favorite one, for example, the photo forensics and the forensically, let me share. All right, so these are the platform. This one is the forensically, and this one is the photo forensics. Both are amazing. This one, it goes. It does not only read the metadata or the XF, but it used to find out, or it used to do many things. For example, you can do the error level analysis. You can do the clone detection, and also there you can see the magnifier. For example, if you want to see the small objects in the image, because sometimes it really necessary to cross check the detail of the image. So this clone detection is really amazing, because when someone do the photoshop, they what they do, they just pick the content of the image and paste it in the similar image. So you can use the clone detection. It takes some times, but it will tell you I mean the from where this particular screen, or the values or the image or the pixel taken from. So it's gonna take some time. Meanwhile, let's just do the photo forensics. I will just browse my image and then we will upload it. So yeah, it's still clone detection takes time. Anyway, so yeah, there you can see, got it. So it says that both the clouds the same, these were the same, it was the same. There you can see. So it has detected the clone. Now apart from this, you can do the noise analysis and a lot of things that are very important as far as the image analysis is concerned. So you can see the geotags, as I said. Obviously, so this is not the image, my image. So this is the default image. I need to upload it here, and then we'll see. Let's not upload the one, let's say number 2 image here as well. Instead of this one, let me upload another one, number 2 image, and then we will cross check the data. Okay, upload it. Okay, so I have uploaded it already. So this is the place. What I can do now, I can read the metadata. There you can see the make and the model and all the information, which the command line tool can also provide, and the geotag as well. So there you can see that northeast, and you can open it on the Google Map, or you can just simply use the coordinate, paste it on the Google Map. So this photo forensics tool is also good. It do the error level analysis and some other analysis as well. It shows the digest, which is the hash information, the MD5 hash, SHA hash as well. But important thing is to see the metadata. All right, so in the metadata you can see the xf, like the maker, program, and then the nodes, and then this one, the geolocation. All right, so this is how you read the by just looking at this we can see. So this is the location somewhere in Italy. So both the platform detected the same location, and then we can use our street view to basically find out the place as well. Let me just open the image so that you can. So this one, number 2, image 2. So there you can see this is the location, and if we try to find out in the street view, we can find out. All right, now there you can see that this is the actual location. All right, so there you can see you can match it with the image. Perfect. So I think the person who is taking the image must have must was here, or the this exact point, and he has the captured this image. So just cross check it, and there you can also see, and we can do the street view. But anyway, so this is how you do the reverse image search. This is how you read the metadata or the xf of the image. And now we will do some error not error, we will do some image restoration as well, and then we will see how to fix the blur and all these things. Now let's discuss the challenges that you might face during image OSINT. It has been noticed that many websites prevent users to download the image. They do this for various reasons like the copyright protection. For example, arabimages.com, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so this is the arabimages.com. So there you can see that these photos are the uh, behind the protection. I cannot get the I can't even right click. So there you can see they have disabled the context menu using the JavaScript, and they want the user to pay in order to access these copyright images. However, you can still get the image. For example, obviously I'm not going to use it in my work, so I'm not going to violate any copyright law. What I want just this image for my analysis, and then I will not use it. I will give the complete reference and all. So what you can do, you can use the inspect. Since I cannot right click, what I'll do, I use the command, which is the so the command that I will use to inspect the element is the control shift I. So now I can inspect the element. So what can be done now, instead of doing this, let's just pick the arrow and try to find out. So this image. All right, yes, so this is the image, the watermark dot php with the id, image id. So what I can do now, I can just copy it. So they are using the script to use the watermark and all these things. What I can do, simply I can just paste it here, and yep, I got the image. Now I can save it. Perfect. All right. Apart from this, during OSINT, we often get images that may contain very crucial information, but it becomes uh, hard to extract these information because of some sort of alteration on the image. The photo forensics and the forensically both are the amazing utilities and are very handy to check the alteration, though you might need to adopt different strategy to get the information from blurred, noisy, and from unclear images. For this purpose, I will use GIMP. It is an image manipulation program, and it's a plugin which is called the GIMIC. So GIMIC is an amazing framework for digital image processing. The installation is pretty simple. You need to hit this on the terminal, and once you are done with installation the GIMP, and you need to install the plugin, so hit this one on the terminal. I've already done it, so I'm not doing it again. Let me just open the GIMP. Okay, so there you can see this is the image processing program. Okay, now we will talk about two technique, or I mean two blurred technique, and then we'll try to find out the information from the blurred image. All right, so what we'll do, I'll just open for one image, and I will deliberately use blurred tool to blur it. For example, this one. All right, so what I will do, I'll go to the filter and I'll apply, let's say, the Gaussian filter blur. And so this is, let's say this is the blurred image. Okay, so this is blurred image. What I can do, if if I get a blurred image, I need to extract the information. What I can do, I can go to the filter, and there you can see that I've installed the gimmick plugin. So just click on this, so you will get a whole new thing here. So different analysis or different image processing that you can apply in this image. Now what can be done, go to the details, and in the details you will find sharpen or deblur. Just do this. All right, so there you can see that, for example, I'm interested in this information here. Okay, so this tool did the pretty much fine job. I can now read it. However, even if you see, if you are not able to use it, you should play with this filter here. You can I mean use which one, let me see. I think yeah, what you can do, you can do the the linear RGB. Okay, so there you can see, and apart from this you can do the iteration. So but make sure that do not destroy this. Now there you can see that the texts are more visible, much visible. Anyway, so go to the deblur tool and apply some filter. You will definitely restore the image to its even you will restore enough to understand what the image is. But keep in mind that once an image being distorted, it is very difficult to extract 100% accurate information from the image. And yet it also depends on the technique and the ratio of alteration as well. Since here I have not altered the image very much, if I altered the image like if I apply the blur like really hard, then it might be possible that I won't be able to deblur it. So it all depends on the technique. Anyway, apart from this example, let me show you, let me give you another example. What I will do now, one more very famous blurring technique is called the pixelize. So one way to identify this technique is the visible boxes on the blurred image, like like the picture is pixelating. For example, if I pick another image, if I go to the desktop, and let's say this is the Shakira, and what I will do now, I will apply the filter, and this time I will do the pixelize. So there you can see that this picture, and you can, as I said, that you can you can determine the type of the pixel or the blur technique by using the boxes. The boxes shows that it is the pixelize blur technique has been applied. So if I just click OK. Okay, now what can be done if you get this image, this type of image? What you can do, you can go to the filter, and then you can reapply another a blur technique, which is the same, the Gaussian blur, and then you will get a better result. So let me just increase the value. So there you can see that it's restoring. I think this is good enough. Still let's say you have fixed the boxes. Now still you are unable to understand or read the content of the image. What can be done? For example, this is the image. I fixed the boxes, but what if I still not able to find or know the person of the on this image? What I can do, I can do the reverse the Google image search, or the TinEye, or the Yandex. So let me just go back here, and what I will do now, I'll open the Yandex images and the Google images as well. And let's say the Yandex images first, and then the images.google, and then the tineye.com. And what I will do now, I will upload the image, all right, here, and then I will see the result. Okay, So this is the blurred image. I have tried to fix it, but maybe I've tried to fix it, but let's consider that I'm still unable to understand the profile behind it. So I've uploaded here on the Yandex, and there you can see that it has not only determined that this is Shakira, but it has shared the same image. So there you can see the same image. All right, so there you can see the same image. So by I have fixed the dot, and then I've used the reverse image search, and then I do know who is the person of from this blurred image. Anyway, let's just quickly do on these platforms as well, though the Yandex did the job, but we need to cross check the other platforms as well. uh, Obviously, the Google also did it. It's quite easy for Google as well. Shakira, so you can see the related image and the same image, the similar image here. And let's see, the Tinai also did it. Tinai also know that this is Shakira. Anyway, so this is how you do the basic this is how you play with the image. You do the basic editing. And obviously, once you get into this field, you will learn more tools and techniques to do the image alteration and how to fix this, or even how to destroy the particular image. So this is it as of now. It's a short but very effective OSINT training program, but there are many other things to discuss, like social media OSINT, website OSINT, blockchain or cryptocurrency OSINT, Darknet, and many other things. I will make sure to publish tutorials on these topics very soon. Share this course with your friends and do give me your opinion and suggestions in the comment box down below. See you. Bye bye.